Fort Worth, I remember a study years back that claimed vitamins were a waste of money. For the latest in health-related information and ways to save your life, check out the newsletter. Yes, expensive urine is what they called it. And I used to feel that way too. And guess what? I think the guys that designed the vital study that we talked about today, they probably are in that camp that vitamins make expensive urine. One of the problems with this whole expensive urine and vitamins thing is that vitamins do tend to have subtle impact. Most vitamins do have science and evidence behind them. And I've looked at it, because I wasn't planning on getting into supplements that much when I started the YouTube channel, but once you get on YouTube, the demand for supplement related information is big. And the scientific review of supplements is really bad. Bias is rife in the supplement discussion industry. So for example, if you go to Joe Mercola or Eric Berg, both of whom I think have some really good content, and both of whom I think have some really good supplements, and both of whom I think have some really significant bias in terms of what they do. So, that's the classic. People that are praising supplements usually have some significant bias, quite often bias generated by the fact that they make and sell them. Then you have the other side. You'll tend to see that mostly with the classically trained doctors. And I get that when I'm recruiting classically trained doctors to orient them to prevention and help them get started. They'll start talking about, I got all these patients. They need to talk to you. They want to know about vitamins. And they use that tone of voice, vitamins. Well, that group is biased as well. They don't know anything about vitamins. They've never studied it. They've just heard in the doctor's lounge at the hospital that vitamins don't do anything. Well, that's not true. People are lazy, and there's only so much time in a day, and there's only so much time in a medical education. Pardon me, you've got me headed off in a bunch of directions. When I went through medical education, I was mad. And I was mad because hours and so much time, years of effort in a typical medical education are wasted. I went to the Medical University of South Carolina, which is a really good school, but the first couple of years they taught you what's called basic science. And they had this PhD physiologist who'd never seen a patient, never been a doctor, and then anatomist PhD, all of them teaching what they do, which had, a little bit to do with medicine because it was in the medical field. It was in the medical field. It was, anatomy, physiology. They'd never seen a patient. They didn't know what it was like to see a patient. Those you'd get hour after hour, week after week, month after month, year after year of that kind of information in your medical training. And how much time do you get regarding supplements? How much time do you get regarding diet? How much time do you get regarding how do you really look at evidence behind a study, epidemiology? People claim that vitamins are a waste of money. They failed to realize that they're actually using artificially created vitamins. Well, that's only part of the issue. A lot of studies are done on whether or not they impact death. There's so many things that cause death. The number one cause of death, heart attack, things that we know impact heart attack rates, quite often don't impact death rates because you've got to have 3 times the impact on heart attack rate just to make it significant in terms of total deaths. Again, just another hard lesson about statistics, which most people don't think of. Clearly, the doctors that prescribe these things don't understand. And the doctors that say that supplements don't help don't understand either.